Hi everyone and welcome to the channel. So I've been gone for a while, mostly because I've lost a tiny bit interest in the game. I didn't stop me playing, like it didn't reduce my amount of time playing the game or anything. It's just didn't want to put in the extra effort for making specific videos. But with the recent updates and with everything calming down in real life as well, I feel like I have a lot more time and want to make some videos again. So I'll try and make it more consistent and also upload some GvG focused again with my attacks. I do love the Keystone content we just got, and it's really great to have something to work towards now, especially with the BP gain from doing this. It's insane. So it's a must do for everyone who's interested in guild versus guild. The BP bump you can get, it's so great. So it's very motivating to do it. But for today I have a level 4 Keystone to do. At first glance it looks really easy, but it was way harder than I thought because of the combination of the different affixes. So with the revival of the skeleton fighters, you can see, combined with the increased block, combined with the decreased block, and then also with the damage reduction from the Inquisitor guys, made this way harder than I thought it would be. It's a very interesting mix, but I will go through the gears at the very end. This will be a bit of a long video, and I will speed up the recording I have, which I'm just rewatching here, and then talk over to you guys, because I do want to do like a walkthrough here with you guys behind my thoughts. So again, I'll go through the gears at the very end. I'm just gonna pause it a tiny bit throughout it. So again, skip forward if you wanna see the placements and everything. But at the beginning, we place Lubu first, then with Nerissa for the what you call it, the 10% attack buff. We go in, we then continue with Torador. We will replace Torador later down the line, but we'll get to that later. It's very important to place in Trusk as the 4th unit here to get on like rolling his ultimates. Trusk is very important for this run because he is one of the tanks that will naturally gain 5 blocks. So when he was reduced 1, it's the natural 4 blocks. Because later down in the run, we'll go from like from 2 skeletons at the beginning to 3, then to 4, and you don't have options to place any units behind him. So you just randomly ult with him, get his ult going. See the Ardea spot at the top as well, very important. She can help both lanes, it's insanely good. Important note on Carnelian, have Wings of Grace to make sure that you give the buff to Ardea and not to Trusk, because he will go to Trusk if you have the standard inspiration set on. And as you just saw with gear placement, I made him face upwards, also very important, simply because of the way his ult works. If you face him left, he will do his charge attack towards the skeletons that will spawn, which will take away a lot of the damage on the Inquisitor, and we need all the damage we can get on the Inquisitor. Again, random ult on Trusk at the bottom, just pump as much as you can. Lubu ult, Monkey Boy ult, Sun Wukong. We want to kill the boss fast as we can before these mobs come in. So the boss does a ton of damage. You can see my even with Nerissa, my Torador dies, and he's in quite good tank gear. But yeah, this can be quite gear intensive. Otherwise, here in a minute we will replace Wukong with the Talon. She's more block, she does good damage, has knockback, all the things we need at the bottom, because there will also be, I think it's 8 or 9, maybe 9 skeletons that spawn at the very bottom. So you need a lot of block. That's where Talon is insanely good for this. You ult with the 2 at the bottom now, with the 2 DPS with Talon and Lubu, simply because you want to rotate. You're not going to ult with Garn here. Garn is going to be in the next wave, and then you'll do a rotation where you swap between them. And as you see at the top now, the Inquisitor spawns. It will go up on Kigiri, and once Kigiri blocks the Inquisitor, and then right before he swings, that's when you ult with Kigiri. So on the first attack of the Inquisitor, you will your Kigiri ult will get triggered, and you will basically 2-tap or something the Inquisitor. Then more or less now it's just the same. We only have 3 skeletons still on Trusk, so it will soon be before the next run. Otherwise you keep doing the same thing with Kigiri. My Kigiri is A3, so if you have an A5 Kigiri, this will be a lot easier and way more consistent. Killing the Inquisitors, I had to redo it a lot of times because I had at some point sorry to interrupt myself. You see at the bottom we have way more skeletons. This is the reason why you need now to have the double ult. So you kill one of them so they stay on Gone or on Talon, so they don't go past you. Also multiple times where they just ran past all my units and then one got through. Still complete the run, but I do want to make it a complete run with no mistakes. Otherwise, keep going at the bottom. You see at the top, we have 4 skeletons now. An Inquisitor again, kinda at the same time. You keep doing this at the same thing on the top. As I said before, A5 Kigiri will make it way more comfortable during this. Some with the RNG, with the way he hits, again, it can screw you over with only being A3, but it's definitely doable, as you could see. It will happen way later in the video where I will have 2 of them stack on Kigiri. I think Kigiri dies, I think, because of some bad RNG from Carnelian. But as long as it happens towards the 2 last waves, we're fine. I'll just speed the video up because it's more or less the same here. 2 times. Again, rotate your ults. It's also very important to maybe take notice of where your Ardea ult is at, and then when the skeletons at the bottom spawns, because it can make it easier to what else you want to use and not, since she deals so much damage by herself. Otherwise, we keep going here. If we're talking about replacement of any units, I think I would have a very hard time replacing anyone. Kigiri, no shot you can replace him, and I think you need A3 Kigiri for this. A5, I don't think A5 Wukong is good enough. You need that really high intense burst instantly to kill them up. I tried with my A1 Wukong. He did maybe 20-30% of the Inquisitor's health, and then at A5 let's double it, then that's 60%. You're still lacking 40 or 80, it doesn't matter. If just one of the Inquisitors are alive at the same time as the next one spawns, and 2 of them will be in front of Kigiri, that's when trouble, because then they buff each other, then you can kill them. And that's also what will happen later in the video, which you will see. Otherwise this is perfect. Just keep going the same here. Again, rotate your ults. Also another unit that I don't think you can replace would be Carnelian. You need the orbs to go to Kigiri, because as you saw the affixes, one of the affixes is the 3 first hits from the Inquisitor, the guy with the shield at the top, will be increased by 200%. So now look at Kigiri's health. He dies. Or sorry, I ulted on the next hit. He almost dies. And this is where Carnelian is so MVP, to keep him alive. Lily can't do it. Unless you have a 5 Wukong, then maybe you can, because you can one-shot the mobs. So at A3 or below, I think you need to do this with Carnelian. Otherwise, again, I don't think this is a substitute for Ardea. Maybe Ares, but I just don't think he can. The mobs are more vulnerable for magic damage, so it could be an option to go Ares on Carnelian's, Ardea's spot. But I don't think she can beat Ardea's damage. Plus, he also needs to solo the top lane as DPS, which you really need a strong unit for that. And here my Kigiri dies. I place in Wukong to see if I can kill him before the next one spawns. It doesn't work. Again, my Wukong is only A1, so maybe, but see the damage I have to see at the top, but he does no damage at all with his ultimate on the Inquisitor. And I tried some other units as well, but none of them worked. Kigiri was really needed here. I placed in Torador because now I'm so late in the rounds that I'm almost at the end. So I just chose, because the bottom lane is working perfectly with the rotation of the ultimates. Trusk and Ardea is doing a great job, which then at this point I can just block all the Inquisitors away, and then I can deal with them at the end. So that's at least what I'm thinking during the run, because I was about to panic here since Kigiri died. And it works out at the end. The run is, as you can see here, there's still 5 minutes left, even though we're nearing the end. That's simply because once this happens at the top with 3 Inquisitors on top of each other, they take 0 damage. But nothing more will happen now. Ardea will clear the bottom and then her own lane, and then we will skip forward here. I pull out Torador here at the top to make sure they walk forward, and then I will try and place one with Kigiri so he can take care of that one by himself. As you see here now, placing Kigiri, 2 of them are in Torador. Although here's just a stupid smash fest. You just need to kill them down slowly. There's not more. They will, you know, just take down the bottom lane once they stop spawning, place them at the top, finish off the mobs, and you're done. If you would ask me if the rewards here, the second, if they're worth it, the time investment, I would say no. It's so great when you're done, and it looks really nice. Let's see there. So really nice with the red rewards, but it's, yeah, it took me 5 to 6 hours doing this, and only to get this right now was fun. And I'll do it. I'll try on my other key I have, level 4, and with the legendary color. But it wasn't really worth the time, I think. But it was fun. So if you enjoyed, please do it, and I hope this will help someone. I will just quickly swap over now to go over the gear real quick. Gone. It's just standard tank gear. He doesn't take damage at the bottom after you place him in. It's only Torador that's really important to put him in your best tank gear you have. Exclusive artifact, of course. You want 100% Bastion Ring on every tank you place in. No exceptions. You can just place the best tank you have because he takes so much damage. It's insane. Carnelian, Wings of Grace, by far the best tier on her, not Nerissa, but on her, because you place in Trusk before Ardea, so you can give the Wings of Grace to Ardea and not Trusk. Having a Euphoric Orb. Ardea, some really good DPS gear. Soulbound, 1 crit damage piece, 2 attack. Again, if you have it, force that. If you have it, force that. Shadow Shield. Then on Lubu, you will have Infernal Roar. Again, you can go 2 attack, 1 crit damage, full DPS, and left side full DPS. A max exclusive would be great. I don't. Then let's go here. Kigiri, your best gear on your account, I would say. If you have his maxed artifact, this will also make it way easier. You can maybe lower his gear requirement a bit and put some more HP % on him. Otherwise, Soulbound Arcana, double attack, 1 crit damage, force that, and then again, if you have it, force that. I don't have any chest pieces with force that, so unlucky. Then for Wukong, Soulbound, same principle. Max attack you can. Do not give him your best gear in your account because you will swap him out for talent and then he's useless afterwards. So he's only there for the boss push. A good DPS gear, but not your best. Talon, again, you want good gear in her, so with HP % on all pieces. You don't need that because you're using her. She doesn't take much damage, so you could also go flat attack. Same, force that if you can. It depends on how much you have. And Ichor Catalyst on her. If there was a better damage one, you would go with that because you don't need the healing. Then Nerissa, standard invigoration with Times Bomb. You can go. It doesn't matter much. I would maybe recommend going with this one simply because when the most healing intense is when the boss spawns. and he will hit your turret down by a lot, so getting this insane healing boost once he's below the 40% is really, really good. So that's recommended at least. I feel like I'm missing a unit. Oh, it's Trusk. No, sorry, not Ymir, but it's Trusk. Trusk, same, Thunder Tank gear. You could go some maybe crit rate on him to maybe push his damage a bit, but Bastion Ring otherwise. That was about it. If you have any questions, do leave them in the comment. I will try and answer as soon as I can. I will also try and make more videos on Guild vs Guild the next couple of weeks, and of course going forward. So do look forward to that. If there's any other ideas you guys have you want me to go through, or any other stuff, do let me know, and I will try and make videos in regards to that. Otherwise, thanks for watching, guys, and have a great day.